Home Depot and just picking up a little bit of supplies for a little bit of a project that we got going at the house today. Kind of an emergency thing going. It's raining in my house. I'll show you what I'm talking about a little later. But I got drywall. That ought to tell you something of what we're up against. So we're gonna go ahead and get this all loaded in, and I'll get back with you at the house. Okay, as I had mentioned, this is one of those home repairs that simply will not wait, as it simply greets you at the door. And I'll show you what I mean here as we get inside. Come along, let's take a quick look. Are you ready for this? So that's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Coming through the ceiling there. And this ain't the only place. I got a couple of ceiling repairs to do. But this one, since it comes through the front door, this one will be first. So yeah, kind of stained the wall up there too. I'm thinking about going back over this wall with material. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright. Okay. Now, real quick here before we get started, let's do a quick survey of what all supplies we have here. Make sure we got it all. I've got materials here to cover at least 2, maybe 3 different projects today, but it looks like I may be missing one. Hold on. No. Okay, here we go. Let's take a quick look here and see what we got. I'm still missing something. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright. There we go. Let's see if I can set it up there in the background. How's that? Okay. Now we got everything we need. I have here one important key thing that I had to make sure that I had on my list this morning was this Stanley keyhole saw. This is going to help me when I'm up there cutting into that ceiling and trying to get just the right, angles and turns up there so that I can get our plasterboard in. Of course, I had to pick me up a couple more 4-inch blade mud scalpels. Now, hopefully I might be able to get a little bit of yard work done today. I had to get a little string trimmer there because I was still working on that crazy rider, so that's going to be a while. But also back to that ceiling job, I have the Upshot kilts. That's going to take care of getting the color right and staining it, making sure that it's going to take whatever paint we put on it later on. And of course, I haven't tried this one yet, but this is a Homex ceiling texture. So, and when I got the popcorn grate, which is what should match what we have already up there. So I'm hoping that will work out real good. Trying that out for the first time. It didn't look like this in the past when I used to buy it. It was a different container. And this one looks like it might work a little bit better. So we'll see. Also, of course, you can't forget your seam tape, right? We're going to be doing some mudding up there. So, and here's our compound. We're going to be using that joint compound. I got 2 pails of this because I didn't really want to go and get the big, 5 gallon. It's not like I'm putting together a whole house here. We're just doing a little ceiling repair work. And yeah, we'll take a look at that in just a second. And of course, I don't know if you can see my pool over here. My pool's gotten quite green. That board just fell on there. That's okay. Anyway, yeah, my pool has gotten quite green. So I got this weekly shot treatment that we're going to try. We're going to go ahead and get one of those dropped in there today, probably before I start the season, just to get things working. And of course, a little bit of a clarifier because it's gotten really murky. And yeah, the visibility's gotten really bad on that. Alright. So the next thing to do is just to do it. Everything go on. Okay, real quick, before we get started on the ceiling, like I said, I'm just gonna drop a little shock in the pool here and get this all going before I get caught up on that ceiling. Don't think it's gonna really take that long, and it's a controlled situation. It's not like it's leaking or anything right now. It's actually, the leak has been caused by condensation coming from the air conditioning drip pan. So the line actually runs through or across the ceiling in my bedroom. Let's take a quick look over here on the side of the building and I'll show you exactly where it comes out. Right over here. Now you see the one line, the black line, that's going to be your low side and high side for your AC refrigerant, okay, and your head pressures and what have you. Now, down here, you see where all that white calcium is on the concrete? Out of that wall right there, well, that's my drain line. And around this area, that would be my bedroom. That line is coming across my ceiling and then down the wall and out down here. And before it gets out here, we seem to have an issue. And that's what we're going to be taking a look at when we get back in there. Now, right now, the area I'm working with there on that issue is in the entry hallway. So the actual AC unit is right above there. So yeah, we're going to take a look at that whole situation there, see exactly what's going on. But like I said, I got to drop 5 packages of this out here and try to get this green pool cleared up. Alright. Alright, let's get this started. First thing we're going to do, go ahead and cut us out a nice view of the problem. Ceiling very low. We'll go right across here. Now that's strange. I just opened this up and there's a derogatory message written in my air handler. Should I show it? Alright. I don't know what was going on during the construction of this building, but this is what I saw. I don't know if you can tell what that says, but it sounds like somebody was upset. Anyway, let's see if we can get a better view of what's going on here. Let's go up on the ladder and see if we can get a closer look. Alright. Yeah. You can see that there in that back corner area. Looks like where that drip is coming from. It looks like about where the crack in the line starts, but it looks like there's a crack that's going all the way back over this way. You see how it runs into the 2x4 there, so, or 4x6, I don't know what size board it is, but it's running through there, and it's in between that space and where it goes into the wall over here that we have a problem with. So, let's see what I'm going to do about that. Yeah. So it's looking like the actual drip is starting back here in this area, and it's rolling down the pipe and coming down here. Yeah, I think that's what we got going. Let's see. So, upon farther observation, this is more than a crack. Let's see if we can take a look at it. We're going to put the camera up here, and hopefully... Alright. There it is. That's the hole that we're looking at. Oh my God. How do you get a gash like that in a pipe? Up here? I don't know. That's what we're looking at. Okay, so with the new consideration for the actual hole piercing there that we got going on, I'm not sure if using the sealant spray will be enough, considering that gash. So I have this other product that I happen to have on hand. Is a JB Weld Marina type weld for water surfaces and vessels, I guess you would say. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up a little of that here with this, if I can get it broke open in a little while. Alright. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's see if we get anything out of it. Yeah, I want to put a nice little goop of it together there and get that mixed in. Let's see how we can do getting this up into the pipe. All right, here we go. So things seem to work out rather well in the first point of entry. But now we're moving on to our next point. Here in my bedroom, where it runs across the ceiling and exits down the wall to the outside. So we'll take a look at this one after I get it opened up. All right. Okay, we got an opening here for the second leak, the one in the bedroom. So I'm gonna try to get a camera shot up here so we can get a better look at what we got going on. I got my handbag here. And oh my God, that's what we're looking at. I got a nail hole and a big old gouge in that pipe. I don't know what we're gonna do here, but we're gonna see what we can do. All right, that's it. Okay, I think I got this one sealed up. Pretty much did it the same way that I did the other one out there in the entryway. And that's just, using a little bit of that orange duck and some of that spray rubber silicone, weather resistant. What do they call that stuff again? That stuff down there. And it's really doing the job so far. But I'm gonna wait on this here to dry before I test it out and run the AC and see how it holds. All right, let's do that.
One eternity later.
Okay, well, I gotta be honest with you. I've been dealing with this thing here for a couple of days now. And I've tried all the Band-Aid fixes, as you would call, the flex tapes and the rubberized spray and what have you, and to no avail, really. I mean, yeah, we've been able to stop some of the leaks, but not all of the leaks completely. So as you can see, I still got water coming down from there. Sure, you catch a drip or two there. And what I decided to do is I picked up 2 sections of 3/4 inch pipe. All right, plumbing pipe, with a bag of like 4 or 5 couplers that I'm spilling all over my floor. And what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to just go ahead and cut out that section of pipe, starting from back over here to back over here. I got about 4 foot of pipe, give or take a little more, with the couplers. So I should be able to cover it. That's where we're at now. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so now I'm going to get up here and cut out the back part for my cutout for the section that I'm going to replace. So let me get that down. cut towards the end. Oh, there it is. Alright. Get the inside here. Kind of tied up in the rafter. There you go. That's the section we needed to remove. I noticed they had a lot of big, nasty white lump down there. It's quite backed up. I mean, I see a total blockage right there. I'm hoping that this is the only section we have to remove. We'll know about that as soon as we get to the other section. Let me get that. Alright, I'll bring you up here for a closer look at my repair work here. I have the line in, and as you can see, I used some of the rubber sealant in the seams here down at the ends where the pipe comes together at, just to make sure that we don't have any more leakage problems, hopefully. All right, just let this dry for a minute, and then we'll give it a test run and see how it goes. All right. Well, I got the piping in, and it looks like it's gonna work. Now we're gonna go back in there and check. And in case you were wondering, does my family swim in the rain? Obviously, they do. All right, we'll check it out. Let's get back in. So it's after 9:00 p.m. and I think we finally got success. We got the unit running now, and there are no leaks. I'm gonna leave it open for the rest of the night, and we're gonna probably start sealing it up tomorrow. So, if you want to see how that goes, definitely stay tuned. But it's after 9:00. And you know what that means. It's definitely way past the golden hour. I got the family in there, and they're all watching movies. And they, well, you know what I'm always doing. Out here in paradise. Getting ready to finally sit down and celebrate. It's too dark to even see. There's no golden hour. The golden hour is over. Oh well. We'll catch you next time. Alright guys. I'll see you on the next one.